Coming up on Bondi Rescue. Lifeguards go head-to-head for the biggest wave of the season.
He's just got the snaking of his life.
Oh my God.
Two scuba divers' crazy attempt to jump off rocks in huge surf.
Go, 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 go. So I'm picturing that they're going to be in a cave, dead.
And trainees Glick and Ryan go for promotions as fully fledged lifeguards.
Glick! It's Glick!
By taking down the top dogs.
Oh, hang on here. The trainees could have this. Watch out, old boys.
The shadows grow longer and the backpackers head further north. Summer at Bondi is coming to an end.
Never gets old, so beautiful.
This summer, Bondi's world-renowned lifeguards have kept over 3 million visitors safe with no lives lost.
Wouldn't you want to be anywhere else, would you?
But no one is resting on their laurels. Today, Mother Nature has thrown lifeguards a new challenge. A southerly swell, generated deep in the Tasman Sea, has arrived at Bondi.
Some solid bombs coming through.
When I got here this morning, it's pretty much dead flat. And now it's probably 6 to 8 foot and growing. The way the beach is shaped, like a lot of surges coming through, like the keep on like here.
Rogue surges are waves with unusually powerful force.
Everything's soaked. That's a surge. That's what we call a Sergio Mendes.
In these conditions, most beachgoers head for the hills. Lifeguards, however, head for the northern point of Bondi, Ben Buckler.
Every season we have a little competition to see who will get the biggest wave.
Only the guys that know what they're doing are the ones that are out there.
You know, if you're scared, you're going to get hurt.
Deano, Max Ashford and Troy head out to the monster waves.
It's always who's going to get the biggest wave, and if you do get a bomb, you come back and you got those bragging rights, so it's a big competition day.
Deano shows his experience as a veteran lifeguard.
Deano. They're your mates and you want them to get the best and biggest waves and come out clean, but deep down you want them to get smoked. That's what friends are for, I guess.
With the bar set high, Troy looks to better Deano's ride. But rather than best wave, Troy settles for best wipeout.
Hope he's not hurt.
Why did he do that, mate?
Max Ashford is a former Australian junior surfing champion. Today, he wants another notch in his belt.
The romper.
Go! Let's go! No way.
You pulled that.
Oh my God, that could have been wave of the day. That could have been wave of the day.
"1 p.m. and Harries paddles out to Ben Buckler to catch some waves during his lunch break.
It's extremely important to have exceptional skills out in the ocean, so when the waves do come up, I have to go out there and train. When we get big waves here at Bondi, the rips pull so hard, it turns into a real dangerous beach. And on this particular day, I was out in the big waves and I look across at the rock shelf and I noticed two scuba divers.
Conditions are deadly enough for swimmers, but divers, strapped with tanks and equipment, are destined for disaster.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I knew I had to do something. I was screaming at it. Get off, climb up the rock. Quick, 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 quick. Go, 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 go.
In front of Harries, the two divers are hit by a giant wave.
It threw them so hard into the back of the rock face that I heard the scuba diving tanks go ping.
Harries can't see the divers who have disappeared in the whitewater. Without a radio, he is unable to communicate the emergency back to the tower.
I was screaming up at the rocky shelf above, call the lifeguards, call the police. I knew if we got a 000 call that it'd get back to the lifeguards too.
Hello?
something's happened on the rocks. Harries has called someone to get the lifeguards down there.
North Bondi?
Yeah, North Bondi on the rocks.
Harry's just phoned his someone on the rocks.
We had no idea what was going on. We didn't know if it was in the water, if it was on the land, if it was a resus, if someone had been rescued. We just had no idea what was going on.
For Harry's now, I can't see anything. Okay, was he hurt or was it sort of someone else, do you think? Hang on.
There were just phones ringing everywhere. The police, ambos, Surfcom, everything's going on.
Okay, just stay on the phone for me if that's all right.
For all this to be happening, this has got to be proper.
Harries spots the divers being washed over rocks.
Go, 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 go. Come down, give them a hand. The ocean owned them. There's nothing they could do.
As the massive wave recedes, there's no sign of the two scuba divers.
I knew I had to get into the boat ramp myself, and in that time, I couldn't locate them. So I'm picturing that they're going to be in a cave, dead.
We don't really know like the intricacies of it at the moment. I've got a young girl on the phone to me and she said that Harries has yelled for help.
Before I knew it, there was emergency services, everybody was turning up. Yeah, it was on.
Harries is the only lifeguard who knows the last location of the two divers.
Someone took me behind. We could see a rescue board tucked up against the boat ramp. That's when I got in the buggy, got the defib in there, and I drove along the road and around the houses.
Harrison heads to another access point.
I saw two guys sitting there in wetsuits and dive tanks and two cops just interviewing them.
After trying their luck entering the surf on one of the biggest days of the season, the two divers are lucky to be alive.
What are you doing scuba diving today?
Just checking it out, man.
My eyes were just going from them to the 10-foot surf and rocks, back to them, then back to the 10-foot surf and rocks, and my brain just couldn't piece it together what I was actually seeing.
A big set comes in, knocks Colin over, and the lifeguard is like, get out, get out, get out. And then we start turning around, another wave comes, knocks me over, and then by then we're pretty much just like face planting against the rock.
Harries finally makes it ashore.
You know, I had this immense amount of frustration and anger in me, thinking how could they have done this to themselves, and then there was the sign of relief that, you know, they are alive and they're out of harm's way. That's 20 years working down here, and I've never seen that. It was like the situation you two are in. I've lost my voice from screaming. And I seen that 10-foot wave hit you guys. It's just like a pinball, whew, across the rocks. And I know how easy it is to lose a life, and that's as close as you're going to get.
The incident has cost emergency services thousands of dollars.
I can't even begin to comprehend what they were thinking. Let alone if those guys got in the water, they wouldn't have come out alive.
There's so much water moving, you wouldn't even be able to see your hand in front of your face, let alone being able to see Dory or Nemo or... What's Nemo? Bruce.
On calm days, the north corner of Bondi is a haven for Aussie kids wanting to play in the water.
The north corner is regarded as the safest place at Bondi.
Today is not one of those days. The rip at North Bondi runs out to sea like a rapid once the swell gets overhead high.
When there's a big swell and it's pushing in there, it's very dangerous.
The swell today is 3 stories high and the rip is in overdrive.
All that water needs to come back out to sea, so it finds that weakness along the rocks and it pushes out, and that's where people get into trouble. There's a couple of heads in that north corner, right? I'll come up, see right against the side.
2 people are being swept out in the torrent of water just off the rocks.
Down, buddy. Down,
Great,
down.
come on, move.
Compare it to grand final day for a lifeguard. You know, you do the training during the week, try and keep fit, you go for paddles. Then when that swell comes, you have to do a rescue, you kind of have to put all that training into practice.
Yeah, you'll have to go out.
Corey paddles past the first swimmer and heads for a woman further out.
There's one more head out there, but...
I thought they had a board.
And one more head deep in the corner.
As Corey approaches the swimmer, he gets a surprising response.
Yeah, it's possible to stand there.
The woman is unaware that she would likely have drowned if left to swim back against the rip on her own.
Yeah, just that swimmer in that corner. You okay, mate?
Nearby, the other swimmer is running out of time as he's dragged out to the huge waves at Ben Buckler Point.
Boys, I think I'm out here as well.
He's obviously seeing something that
Where's gone?
There was so much water moving, and even though I had flippers on, there was no power against that rip. It was just charging out.
Oh, Corey nailed it. He nailed that one, all the way.
Passing Corey on the way out,
he looks knackered.
Harrison gets to the second swimmer. He must catch a smaller wave before he's cleaned up by the monster sets coming around the point.
Oh, they're on one now.
Yeah!
Oh, master.
The guy that I had to take back to shore was, a fit-looking bloke, had flippers on. He still found it hard, so it goes to show you, if you had someone that had no ocean experience and couldn't swim a stroke, it's the recipe for disaster for sure.
Yeah, I was borderline. I didn't want to push it. You've got to have respect for the surf. I think that's the key. Know your limits. It's pretty powerful out there today. It takes about 2 seconds to get out, maybe 2 hours to get in. There's no room for pride out there.
As summer fades into autumn, Bondi's crowds drop down a gear. But it's not just the beach which is experiencing change. Second-year trainee Glick is about to find out if he will be promoted to a fully fledged lifeguard position.
Yeah, it's definitely not a given going from a trainee to a full-time lifeguard. There's a lot of pressure, and it's exciting though because I'm giving it my all and just trying my very best to secure that spot as a lifeguard.
Yeah, I forget that Glick's a trainee, definitely. He's that good.
There's a few things he does need to focus on, and that's getting out in bigger swell to get used to the bigger waves. And also he needs to work on sharks, I think. He's a little bit nervous about the shark.
Yeah.
He needs to overcome that fear. It's something that doesn't happen often, but you don't want that in the back of your head.
Bondi's other trainee, 19-year-old Ryan, has shown the form expected of a first-year rookie.
Right back to shore, everyone.
No one wants to listen to me on the PA.
However, throughout the season, Ryan proved he's a quick learner.
Yeah, there's no swimmers out here, guys. We just did a rescue of 2 people. The beach is closed.
I love it. The power of the megaphone.
And loud too.
I think I've learned that, also using the megaphone and all that is definitely something I've greatly improved on.
Both trainees want to graduate to fully fledged lifeguard positions. They've been assessed on their performance all season, but today they're about to get a special chance to impress the bosses.
So every year we host a lifeguard challenge. The boys started it probably 25 years ago and it's still going strong today.
So I'm setting up the course. We've got our teams race. I've teamed the slow guys up with the fast guys, and I reckon it's going to make a really exciting race.
Each team is comprised of 2 people. The rules are simple. Both team members each do a swim leg and a board leg. They take it in turns, like a relay. The team that completes the course first wins.
Yeah, as soon as it was ready, set, go, everyone put their game faces on and it was on.
3, 2, 1, go!
Boys are off and racing. Deano in front. Ryan and Glick, the 2 grommets. Yeah, that's not a bad team, eh?
For Bondi's trainees, there's no better way of proving themselves than by beating the big guns in the Lifeguard Challenge.
The best way to impress myself to Hoppo, the boss, is to do my absolute very best and cement my place into the lifeguard service.
I tell you what, the pace on that race was so fast. These guys wanted it more than anything else.
The first leg, we went around the cans, and as we're coming in, everyone was trying to just get as far in, because if something comes, you want to be on it.
Many of the lifeguards are former Ironmen, champion swimmers and ex-pro surfers. The trainees have little chance against these veterans. But someone forgot to tell Glick.
Glick got a wave straight away on the board and everyone's going, where did he come from?
It's Glick!
Glick!
It's
No
Glick!
way!
The
No
trainee!
way! The trainees just come through on a wave. Go Glick!
But here they come.
At the end of the board leg, I was very surprised that we were out in front.
It was kind of like, oh, hang on here. The trainees could have this. Watch out, old boys.
Glick's teammate, fellow trainee Ryan, has the chance to cause the biggest upset of the season.
If the trainees, Ryan and Glick, win this, it'll be pretty much unbelievable, because they'll be beating some big names, especially Ryan. He's fresh as, so I'd like to see him win.
I did have a couple of looks back as I was swimming and I saw that the guys were slowly catching me and I was worried about him getting a wave. And then I think Maxi and Azza actually got a wave and Azza landed on top of me.
Oh, no way.
Despite the collision, Ryan holds his lead.
Yeah, Ryan.
Go, Ryan.
I've held the lead, now it's back to Glick again and get ready for the final leg.
At the halfway point, the trainees are wearing out the rest of the service.
You look at the boys resting now. They're all got their hands on their knees. They're all taking in the big breaths.
Azza just swam past me like I was standing still.
Glick and Ryan hold their lead, but Whippet and Reidy are hunting them down.
We weren't too far behind when I hit the water for that third leg, the swim. Yeah, I just put the head down and started kicking as hard as I could.
Well, Whippet and Reidy was a late team, eh? That wasn't originally a team.
Whippet's very talented. He's a jack of all trades, master of all of them as well.
He's the most competitive human on earth.
Whippet trails by 40 metres, but displaying his surf skills,
Oh, it's Whippet!
he passes Glick on a wave and puts his team into first place.
Where did he come from? He's a freak of nature, man.
Come on, Whippet, you fat idiot!
Hitting the water, Ryan's team has dropped back to third, but there's still a full leg left to recapture the lead.
If we had lost it from there, it would have been hopeless. It would have been the worst performance ever.
Reidy's claimed it.
Stop
Claimed it.
Stop it.
Whippet and Reidy in front, so that makes Glick and Ryan the trainees in second.
Not first, but, you know, second's still very, very good.
It's just a testament to them of how, you know, how fit they are, one, and just how hard they try and how much they want to prove to themselves that they're, you know, an asset to the service.
They've done a very good job. Down here, boys.
Yeah.
They've done a really good job.
With the trainees coming in second, it's great for the team, pushes everyone else, and it's a great motivator for everybody.
Boys smashed it. It's a massive effort. First year on the job and second year for Glick, so smashed it. It's good to see.
Did very well. Still stoked for second. I didn't think we'd get the podium, but laughing, yeah.
It's good.
Definitely showing that they've got the ability to race, but lifeguarding's a lot of different things. It's not just being fit in the water, it's watching the water. So, you know, they've still got a lot to prove, but that fitness-wise, that was great.
Picking up second place puts the two trainees in good stead with the bosses and will help their dream of becoming fully fledged lifeguards.
Majority of the service are from the eastern suburbs, which is pretty much from Aruba to Bondi. Takes in about 6 beaches and everyone's grown up somewhere along that coastline.
I grew up in Bronte, spent my whole life living here, and growing up as a grommet there, you just want to surf. Everything was pretty much revolved around the beach. I think that's why I ended up here.
I guess we were already all protecting the beach before we got here, so it's almost intrinsically built into us to be saving lives. I don't think we could really do anything else.
The water is a lot to me. The water's kept me out of a lot of trouble, and if I ever have problems or worries, the first thing I do is go to the ocean and it just clears everything.
You know, when I think of a team, it's something I'm proud of. The guys have been around for a long time, especially Kerbox, Harries, Deano, Azza. They've all been here, you know, 15, 20 years plus, and they're the backbone of the service, and the young guys look up to them.
To get through another season without losing a life on our watch, it really is something special, and it's something you can sit back on and go, well, you know what? We did an unbelievable job. And we do an unbelievable job. If we weren't here, so many people would die, and that is just how it is.
Over the last 20 years, the service has changed a lot. It was a job you did before you went and got a real job. It's really progressed into a really good professional lifeguard service.
Hey, Will from Bondi Rescue here.
Troy from Bondi Rescue.
If you want to see the latest episodes from the latest season,
We've launched Bondi Rescue memberships.
sign up now, link below, and join.